So the overall question for me in relationship to Citizen Cyborg and Citizen Cyborg, I suggested that the political terrain would actually be far more open than this, that we would see forms of transhumanism occurring in many different shapes and many different flavors across the political landscape, that if the technological politics points of view were actually independent from the cultural politics and the economic politics that I talked about before, then you could have culturally reactionary, populist transhumanists, and you could have hard right, conservative transhumanists, and so forth. But as I'm showing here, the dimension of believing in the Enlightenment promise of technological progress, a scientific society, scientific empiricism, all of the claims that go together in believing in that science could make our future better and that it's a positive thing and should be supported. All of those views are correlated with the other culturally cosmopolitan views that I was talking about: sex, gender, race, immigration, and so forth, in this kind of complicated relationship of views. Now, if that's the case, then that means that transhumanism has been politically polarized, which is kind of interesting given the fact that there's been these high-profile cases. Peter Thiel, a major financier of transhumanist endeavors, was always politically out of step with the majority of transhumanists who were at least libertarian, if not social democratic. Peter Thiel was a hard right, is still a hard right conservative, and has been an enthusiastic backer of Trump. So he's part of what I would call the Libertarians for Fascism caucus. And so he's perhaps just an exception, but we also see the person Jeffrey Epstein, who was a sex trafficker for Trump and other wealthy right-wing people, but also had a profound interest in transhumanist topics and ran a salon for transhumanist-oriented scientists. And Epstein's interest in transhumanism has definitely fed into some conspiracy theory ideas about transhumanism being an elite plot to reduce the population numbers of the hoi polloi around the world and to serve the interests of various elites.